Work was not my number one priority in life. Going out, partying, and having fun came before anything else. And my idea of having fun consisted of experimenting with drugs and having sex with older men. Even if they weren't conventionally handsome, I always found something appealing about the older guys I slept with. Anything from the way their musky armpits smelled to an out of state accent. There was no rhyme or reason to my selection. Most of them were one night stands, unless they had a big dick. I like that. Ever since high school, I was really into one night only sexual encounters. It could be as little as a makeout session or a blowjob. I loved meeting new men and going off somewhere to have sex. I never thought of it as giving it up. I got something out of it too. Instead of orgasms, I received knowledge. I was learning about men's bodies and learning about my own body. Sex gave me a feeling of power. Sex is power. Sex made me feel pretty, wanted, needed, and smart. I did all I could to make those feelings stronger. The modeling agency was on Van Nuys Boulevard in Sherman Oaks. I'd envisioned a tall professional building with a sleek tinted glass on the outside. Imagining it, I could almost smell the spacious, fashionably decorated lobby and waiting area full of headshots and resumes. I parked on the street looking for it. I was so full of nervous energy that I forgot to pay the meter. The building in my mind was not there. Instead, the door to World Modeling led up some ratty carpeted stairs above a corridor between two other equally questionable businesses. I couldn't even ascertain what kind of establishments they were. The signs on the building's facade were too old and faded. I had noticed an adult video shop on the corner. Sherman Oaks sounds nice, but Van Nuys Boulevard is still Van Nuys Boulevard. A good place to disappear if you want to run away from home and live a miserable life, ride the bus, and do heroin. I was wearing a cute little lavender dress and heeled sandals. I felt pretty. My skin was clear, 20-year-old fresh-faced Oriana Renee Small. I took a deep breath before I opened the door to the suite. Instead of inhaling an atmosphere of professional paper scents, magazine proofs, and photographers' contact sheets, I took in a breath of cigarette smoke, mingled with layers of dust and grime. Meekly, I pushed the door all the way open. Covering every inch of wall space, there were pictures of female porno stars. Porn movie posters loudly and proudly blanketed the entire office. Several of them blazoned Nikita Denise. It wasn't a small place, but it was so full of tits, G-strings, made-up faces, big flouncy hair that it seemed to be caving in. There was a disgusting, torn-up, shabby brown couch. Two people sat on it, young and immoral looking. An oily-faced man behind one of the desks welcomed me. He was the one I talked to on the phone, Tyler. My boyfriend's name was Tyler. I cautiously sat down in a chair in front of his desk. If there was anything filthy or smelly on the seat, I didn't want it sticking to me. I wished I could hover. Oriana, a pleasure. We chatted lightly for a minute before I had the guts to ask, almost gasp, "What kind of modeling is this, Tyler?" He looked at me in all seriousness. "Call me Ty. We do primarily adult casting." "Is this porn?" I wanted to be polite, but I was fucking freaking. The obvious was too strange here, my underarms soaked with sweat. "Yes, this is porn. If you want to get started, let me have a form of picture ID so I can make a copy. I, of course, need to make sure that you're at least 18 years of age. Then fill this out, and when you're ready, we'll go into the next room and take some Polaroids." "You want me to take my clothes off? Here? Are you serious?" I didn't like being naked at a doctor's office. "Yeah, we'll just be in that room right over there," he pointed. "We can shut the door if you'd like." There were 2 or 3 other men behind desks, carrying on with business calls. I shut my ears to what they were saying. Already, my conscience had to be cleared of this experience. I got up, clutching my purse and my stomach. I'm abrupt by nature, but I didn't even try to be polite. I was dizzy and fumbling. My face was completely red. I didn't know what to say, how to react. All I could muster was the same awkward smile I always resort to. I felt shame just being in the presence of these people. "I'm sorry, I have to go. I can't do this right now. I have to think about this. I have to talk it over with my boyfriend. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to waste your time. His name is Tyler."